Hi, I'm Maddie with Temple of Geek here at WonderCon in Anaheim, California, and I am talking to Eric Litman, one of the editors on the live action One Piece. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for talking with me.
Yeah, of course. Now, what was your reaction to getting the opportunity to work on such an iconic series?
Well, I mean, it was so exciting to be a part of that show. I was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I knew one of the co-showrunners, Matt Owens, and I've been talking to him for a number of years. There was this little thing called the pandemic that happened in between our talks that sort of delayed everything, and when I got the call to come and work on the show, I was just like, I got to pinch myself because I know this is a huge opportunity. I know it's going to be a huge show. And the fan base is very, very particular, and they seem to, and so you want to make sure you're serving the fans, but also serving the story. And when the fans reacted the way that they did, we're kind of like, okay, we did the show justice.
Yeah, absolutely. Were you familiar with the series at all before you took the job?
I was, and I wasn't totally immersed in it, but I was definitely aware of who Luffy was, who Zoro was. I was so thrilled that I got to cut Zoro's episode 4, where of him explaining who he was, and he's one of my favorites. I mean, obviously Luffy's my favorite, but Zoro is, Kenyu is just a terrific actor, and I was so happy to be a part of those episodes.
Yes, I'm right there with you. Zoro is one of my all-time favorites too. He's such a treat, and the actor cast was phenomenal with the casting. What was it like working with Oda Sensei on the series?
Well, we got a lot of really good notes from Oda. He knows these characters inside and out, and his editing sense is terrific. And he's the one that suggested intercutting some of these scenes, moving things forward, and his big concern. He wanted to make sure that character beats were landing, and when he suggested doing these intercuts, specifically in episodes 3 and 4, it allowed us to really land these character moments, really explain who they are. He was really, really hyper aware of the opening and making sure world building of the One Piece world is been planted, and that we understand what this world is, what Gold Roger's execution sparked, which was a pirate revolution. And his notes were terrific.
Yeah, and right from the beginning, too, with this series, it opens up and it really does capture the heart of One Piece, like right at the beginning. And I will admit, I did not watch the anime. I watched the live action first, and I knew immediately, I was like, okay, I am hooked on the series. It was an immediate love for the characters, the way it was written, the way it, all kind of came together. What were the challenges that you guys faced when putting on this show? There are 1,000 episodes. What were there any unexpected challenges, I should say?
Unexpected challenges. Well, the opening was challenged. The opening of the pilot was a bit challenging because we're blending so many genres together. We have steampunk, we have modern, we have pirates. You have fish people. You have a guy made of rubber. You want to make sure that the show is grounded in reality. We can connect with our characters. There's emotional resonance, and the story is playing. And everyone brought their A game onto the show. I think the fans would agree. I think we definitely did that. And when you're working on a show that's fantasy, you just want to make sure that people can relate to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, the fans reacted so well, because sometimes with live action, it's hard, going in watching the anime or an animated version of something and then seeing it live action. And unfortunately, we have seen a lot of flopped live action things, so I'm sure that for you, seeing the fans react this way was way more than pleasant, I guess.
Well, we were concerned because anime in the past hasn't always translated well. So we were very concerned about that while moving forward. And fortunately, we had Oda. We had Matt Owens, we had Steve Maeda, we had terrific directors, Emma Sullivan, to really give us terrific footage, make sure the characters are reading proper, and we can connect with everybody. And we had a terrific action team. The fight sequences were just so well put together, so choreographed. Our visual effects, Victor Scalise, Scott Ramsey, the visual effects department, they the visual effects were always rooted in reality, which is something you have to do when you have a guy made out of rubber.
Yeah, absolutely. And you all did a fantastic job. It all came together so well. I am hooked, obsessed, and I keep telling everyone to watch the live action One Piece because it's a phenomenal series. You guys did such an amazing job.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today.
I'm a fan of Geek.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's good to meet you, Eric. Thank you.
Likewise.